So what you saying, girl? On Instagram. Cause StreamYard ain't doing the right stuff.
Oh, we switched the platform.
We just about to go live from Instagram because my God. Hey, I don't know what's going on. You like blinking in and out, girl. But
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. There you go.
Okay. But yeah, they think they grown. They when they want to be grown. I want you to
Nick,
be
you gotta unmute.
consistent.
It's that part when they want to be grown, so they could cuss and have sex. You know what time it is.
Right.
Same reason we wanted to be grown. I wanted to be
Right.
grown so that I could cuss and have sex. Responsibilities that come with it. I ain't want that. They could have kept that part. I ain't asked for that. That's truth be told.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm over that part. I'm over all of that. So
Oh no.
it get bad. It get bad.
Yeah. But they ain't gonna drive me crazy. Mm-mm.
No, me neither. And that's why, you know what? I decided to let them do what they gonna do. I'm just be here to, back them up. Cause you think you grown. You said you was grown. I remind them that. Cause my mother show used to throw it at me. Oh no, you grown, sis. The worst one was welcome to motherhood.
Yep.
I used to want to choke her
Definitely.
with that. Welcome to motherhood.
Welcome to motherhood. You wanted to have sex.
Cause she
Welcome to
always me. So now it's
motherhood.
my turn. All my kids, I have 3 adults.
3 adults. I got
Cause it don't
2.
never stop, and they grown. So they say
Yep.
they quick to take you back. But that be the main one that be talking about ma.
Mine.
Hey, homeboy, call
Yeah.
me something else.
Right. Exactly.
We got Dominique in here.
I'm here. It's just going in and out.
Mm.
I can't hear you, my love.
No, I was agreeing with her. She said it's going in and out. So yeah.
What you say? Dominique ain't even in here.
She said she in here, but
Huh?
it's going in and out. I heard Dominique. She said she in here, but it's going in and out.
I am here. I'm here.
Mm.
Maybe it's her. I'm at work, so I got my camera off. I can't get in trouble.
Oh. But yeah, they think they grown when they want to be grown.
Man, listen. And I got an autistic son. He 19. He want a girlfriend so bad, but he don't really want a girlfriend because you don't know what a girlfriend entails. You just want to have sex. That's it.
Right, right, right. They want to have sex and cuss and drink and smoke.
Hmm.
But
I
when the
got
real stuff hit the fan, like bills,
I got a 25-year-old
responsibility.
that won't say she grown because she know what grown people got to do. So she'll never say she's grown. I never said that. I never asked for that. I didn't want that. That's her thing. I never said I was grown.
Yeah. I had one to start saying they thinking they was grown at
Yeah, till
15.
she ready to do something she want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like pay some bills.
I mean, I thought I was grown at 15 too, so I ain't gonna say much. I'ma chill on it. See what I mean? A 25-year-old. But we gonna leave that, we ain't judging nobody. Hey, brother. I'm just saying, I thought I was grown at 15 too.
Mm. How did that work out for you?
And yeah, we know what that got us. So
Yeah.
hey girl, hey.
Hey, I'm late. I know. I thought it was at 9 o'clock.
I think she muted.
Yeah,
Can
so
you hear me? Can
what's
you hear
going
me?
on, brother? Yeah. We
Okay.
talking about them grown ass kids, girl. We talking about them grown ass kids. You just had one walk across that stage. So yeah.
Yeah, I got two of them grown
What
ass
that's here
kids.
for?
Girl, I don't know. I'm torn.
Baby.
You got them times where it's like, okay, get the fuck away
Are
from
you
me.
torn?
Yeah, then you got the times where it's kind of
And
like,
why you
dang.
torn?
Because you got some times where it's like, you want them to just get away. And then you got the times where you kind of like, damn, where they at? But
SunShyne is sucking so bad.
I can't hear her.
Y'all just join my Instagram live because this StreamYard is sucking real bad. It ain't
Are
doing
we on
right.
there?
can you hear me now?
Let me see how you do that.
No.
Shoot.
I don't know. Everybody's service can't be acting up. It's on my live on my regular page.
Oh, let me see.
All right, let me go there.
StreamYard is sucking. But and it's getting into our conversation. We got some good stuff. Anywho, y'all. You on there, Key? Yeah, I don't know what StreamYard got going on. Y'all can comment, tap in. What y'all got to say about this? Cause y'all know these grown little kids is really they putting us in a situation too. We be finding ourselves in positions because at the end of the day, they all I don't care how old they get, I'm coming through. Hit join, Micah. Yeah, right away. I don't care what's going on, how old they get. I'm coming through no matter what. So yeah. Where I'm at. There I go. I'm like, where am I at? Okay. Anywho, there y'all go. Yeah. Like, we can't do nothing, but we gonna play, we gonna complain, we gonna talk our shit. But when it's all said and done, y'all know what's up. We coming through, them our babies. We gonna but when it's all said and done, mama gonna get it done, and they know what's up. They know who to lean on, they know who to call. I was blessed, my children up until this year were able to always call both parents, but I'm left still standing strong and to the end of time. Hey, and that's why you really big dog. And the way you put on for baby girl this year, my friend ate that up. My friend ate that up.
I can't do nothing but get it done. Ain't nobody else gonna do it, so shit. That's how I be looking at it. Like ain't nobody else gonna do it.
Cause they always gonna be my baby,
And they already know.
You know, Mike, like you said, at 15, what the one told you, I'm grown. And how much did that work? Right. Then when it's time to be grown. That's what Nick was saying.
No, for real.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Seriously, like.
She watched the oldest one. She like, don't do that.
And so that's pretty much what Sugar been on. Like, they showed me. My brothers did everything, so I'ma chill. I know that I'm grown. Make you want to slap their face, don't it? Real. But when it's all said and done, what we gonna always say? They gonna always be my baby.
They gonna always be our
baby. You be wanting to be like, damn, you can't call nobody else. What the fuck? You don't know no other name? It's here. I used to have to tell them, like, call your father. Like, your daddy will do it. He's gonna do, like, you have a dad.
My younger brother, I've been telling her, now she's the one who do got her dad. But she will not ask him. And I'm like, why don't you ask him? She gonna say, because he don't got no money.
Man, what?
You know.
Sound like my son. I'll be like, call your dad. I'll wait. I'll be patient. I'll wait. I'll be patient.
Of him being broke. Why you think I got the money then?
Cause
you got it. I mean, I got it.
Cause you got it. You got it.
I could have it if you started the fuck.
Hey. That's why I tell my kids all the time, hey, yo, I'm tired of being Mrs. Make It Happen.
You gonna always be Mrs. Make It Happen, love. That's just what it is. It's nothing else you could do about it.
It's so crazy because I am like the person make it happen for everybody. So it's my birthday in 2 weeks, right? So my daughter keep asking me that, what you want for your birthday? Somebody else said that, what you want for your birthday? Well, honestly, I can name a bunch of I can name a bunch of shit that I can say I want. But I really just want to be celebrated. Mm-hmm. Like, as simple as that sound, is like, I really just want to be celebrated.
No, that ain't simple at all.
I shouldn't have to do a list of stuff. I shouldn't have to do all of that stuff. Like,
yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
Especially when you got grown ass kids.
Yes. I feel it. Now that I'm very thankful for. Even though I kind of had to tell them sometimes, but when it comes to stuff like that, They just be like you said, what you want to do, but whatever I name, they gonna make it happen. It just be, they ain't gonna come up with nothing out their top of their head and just be like, ooh, let's send mommy on a trip. Yeah.
He will come for everything under the sunshine. You hear me?
Hey.
He is the most selfish motherfucker on this earth.
I mean, that's what he spoiled. That's all, you spoiled them. That's your first baby.
You know about something while asking you for something at the same damn time.
Damn. Not tell you no and ask you for something at the same time. Baby, that's what these kids, honey. That's your kids, baby. Can't nobody do you like your
These
kids. I'm
kids
talking about nothing.
are entitled.
Right,
That
so
is the
turn a
problem.
dollar into 1,000. I swear. What you say, Bess?
That they are entitled. These the most entitled kids. This generation, baby, we fuck these kids up.
Yeah, literally entitled. Like, what the fuck? Who told you? Man, listen. Shaq said it best.
Yep.
It is, and it's like, but I still feel like we did that, y'all. And the only reason I say that is
Absolutely.
because look at the things that we experienced, and we just had it so deep in our head that my kids not going through that. My kids
Yep.
not feeling that. They're not experiencing that. They're not going
Yep.
through that. Well, not even so much a struggle. Like, we was just talking about how me and my kids, like me and Jamar used to have disagreements just simply based on him growing up old school. My mother being raised, she just was she didn't like a lot of the upbringing. So she gave us like freedom of speech. We was allowed to speak. We had our own opinion. He wasn't allowed to have an opinion. So he felt like I'm giving them too much leeway because they was able to speak freely. They had their own opinions. They don't feel how he tell them they feel, like he had to feel how his parents told him they feel. And he used to be like, that's their pride, and that's what's wrong with them. They always got something to say. They think they grown because you give them too much freedom. And it's like, well, no, I just value how my kids feel because my mother didn't tell me how I felt. She asked me how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah, and I feel like they just, but we gave them an inch and they took a mile. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that what the old people used to say? Give you an inch, you take a mile. We gave them an inch and they took a mile, and they ran with that shit. Like, right.
Everybody running with that same being expressive, but come on, no child disrespectful. And then the thing is, you as a mother don't deem it disrespectful, but people who was raised right, that shit is disrespect. And our type of grown is like, I don't fuck who kid you is.
Exactly.
Don't disrespect me.
And you're not. And you're not.
It's like everybody wasn't raised like that. A lot of times it won't even be the kids. All the time it be the parents. It be the parents.
Facts.
As soon as you treat that kid, they want to fight.
Yeah, they feel some kind of way, and that's crazy because what happened to the village? I see some shit in your kid that you ain't see. But you right. Go ahead, baby. Take you and your little disrespectful mannish ass kid and go the fuck on. Yeah. because we was raised a part of the village. I came up, my neighbors, like I probably was the last of that generation where your neighbors still, and I grew up on the family street too, where these people grew up with my mother. So I grew up on a street where your neighbors were getting your ass still when I was a kid. Like I couldn't do
Absolutely.
certain shit because even if I was down the street, by
Absolutely.
the time I made it to 536 from Sellers, I was getting my ass whooped because I'm already radioed
So when
in.
when I was on 150th, baby, and you if you ain't in a house when the fucking street lights come on and the neighbors see you, because your parents ain't even gotta be at home. The neighbors see you. Oh, it's a fucking problem.
Nobody had to me because all they had to do was know my daddy, and it was all in popping anyway. So it was one of those things.
See, I was a risk taker. I needed them barriers and boundaries because I was a risk taker.
You was
I
bad as
pushed
fuck.
everything
Say
to
what
the
it
limit.
is.
I was, yeah, I ain't want no problem. I was like, it was dangerous.
I'm Jay Shine mother. I am JJ mama.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was not boy crazy. I was a tomboy.
It wasn't
Huh?
even the boys though.
Always been into all of these.
Yeah, it wasn't the boys for me. I was hanging with the boys, doing what the boys was doing.
So talkative. She talks. She's so talkative. She's only worried about her looks.
Yeah, I was a tomboy. I wasn't into that shit. I was really like doing the shit the boys was doing. So
I was so outspoken, so I be worried. Like
yeah.
sometimes I be looking at my daughter like, where you get this shit? Like she's so introverted, and I was always like an extrovert. So it was kind of like, who are you, kid? Where you come from?
I am an introverted extrovert. If you get
Wow,
that,
of
if
course,
it makes
like
sense to
let's
you.
be wasted type shit. She'd be like, I don't want to go outside.
Yeah, my daughter don't really care for the outside much either. I don't know. That's why I'm saying these kids is different.
My
Hey,
son
Chuck.
don't
Yeah,
either.
these kids is different. Like they don't, they don't want to do none of the stuff. Like we used to be outside.
Well,
Like
see,
they're
here's the
weird. I
thing
don't
though.
know.
Outside is dangerous for them. And though outside may have been dangerous for us, it wasn't like this. Like it was stuff
And
going
now
on,
it's
but it wasn't around us.
that.
The younger generation, new generation, not like my 9-year-old, she be outside peeking our cycle. They be outside. I've seen them out here playing basketball in the middle of the street. I saw
Yes,
them
I
playing
love to see
like
that.
curves.
I
I
love
was
to
like,
see
what
that.
is
And see, that's amazing because just like Dominique just said, it wasn't as dangerous. It wasn't as dangerous. Like I would have been a lot more comfortable. And I'm not gonna lie, when my boys were younger and we was in the heart of the hood when my boys was little. But they went outside and played, and I was comfortable with that. It came a time now I wouldn't want my baby outside playing because you don't never know what's going like. And I don't even live in a bad area, but I don't know. I just wouldn't. I feel like everybody creeps. I don't trust nobody, and so it just so now with all my kids being grown, it's gonna bring us to the next topic: empty nesting and a fear of them leaving. You know how that because I've been empty nesting for a little minute now.
empty nester? I only experienced 6 months of it. I want
You want to start your subscription over, Mike?
yeah. I love being the empty nester.
I don't think it's a
Yeah,
fear.
I
For me,
will
it's not
say
a
I
fear of
enjoyed
leaving.
what I had of it. Like she home for the summer, so it's cool because I really did miss my baby. I miss having all my kids in the house together. I guess with them being separated the way that they are and for the reasons that they are, it's different. Over here with me, and we done had our little fake slumber parties. I got used to it, and now it was like, okay, I can do this. I'm liking this.
I'm kind of
oldest son left what 7
He been
years
gone.
ago.
It's
Baby.
different though. It's different. Maybe because my son just wanted to be grown so bad that it was just kind of like get the fuck out. I got a problem with like grown kids who need it. You know, disrespectful. For me, it was just kind of like get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck. Then like with her, it's different because she is still like, it don't like she's still a kid, even though she's becoming a kid. So learning like she's really leaving. I don't know. This is kind of hard. Here, but like that one, not there.
I mean, it get different. It get different. Like, especially like I said, the way that my kids is spread out, it's like, and the reasons that they are spread out it hit crazy. I love
I think
their
for
bond,
me,
but man,
I think for me, it's the fear of something happening and she's too far away. I think that's my fear.
yeah, yeah, that's something that is it always be like, and especially now with what just happened and what we dealing with right now with grief and everything. It's like, okay, put some plane fare away because at any given moment, baby, you got to be ready to hop on the plane and get to your baby because
Right.
she walking it head up even in the midst of everything that's going on. Her dad with her brother, she walking it down like. And it just be like, okay, well, she brave, she strong, she courageous, she being a strong, independent woman you taught her to be. So just be ready. Let her loosen up the reins. You gotta release your hands and let her go. But at any given moment, be ready to fly to your baby. Like, and that's what I had to tell myself. No matter what, I got to be ready to. Hey, I gotta let her go, and I do. I let her go. I let her do her thing. But it'd be like, okay, if you need me, I'm talking about on my way. I know I can't hop on the freeway, but baby, I'll be at the airport on the next thing. You hear me? Like deal with like she here for the summer. When it's time for her to go back, I'm gonna cry again. Like I'm gonna be sad all over again. um, so I'm longing for back together as one, but I know that because they're all adults, they're still gonna all go off and do their own thing, and on them being independent, doing their own thing, making their own way. So I'm proud of them for that. I'm very proud of her and her brothers. Like all my kids is very independent. They real strong and they stand up. I got one that's a little more needy than the other, but we gonna blame that on his current situation. And hopefully when he come home, he follow the suit. Like at the end of the day, always gonna be my baby. Because like you said before, sometimes we spoil them and we kind of make them be that way. And then, they got another parent maybe that's like, no, I ain't doing X, Y, and Z because, it was a lot of times when I used to have to say, Jamar used to cuss me out all the time about baby and them spoiling them. He used to be like, no, them niggas figure it out. And he used to be like, nigga, no.
That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing is when you do that, sons. The best thing is to let them figure that shit out. Like I know that.
But to what extent, though?
To the extent that if you wasn't here, what would have been? Well, that's why I want both my kids to understand that. I need you to. So what I'm learning now is I handicap him. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he's selfish and shit, but that's because I handicap him. And
You
then
all right?
I listen to my daughter say all the time how I cut and she's very independent. But the one thing we're forgetting to do, what we teaching them all this independence and all this other stuff, but we're not teaching them how to live without us.
And that's something we can't do because I feel the same way. I felt like that when my mother left here October 7th, 2023. You taught me how to do everything in this world except do it without you. Everything.
Absolutely.
I was ready for the world. She taught me everything except for how to live and be without her.
Absolutely. You can't prepare your kids for that, though. You can't prepare your kids for that.
If something ever happened to me,
like
I need her to be prepared. Like, the only thing that I can't teach you is, and I feel like I really can't teach you how to regulate your emotions. I can't teach you how to feel in that moment, but I can teach you how to cope. I can teach you how to deal. I can get you prepared for the event that it ever happened. I can like prepare you in how to, how to try to move forward with, the steps to be able to take and what it's going to look like if you don't to save you and somebody.
I don't believe that.
Like, and that's
I don't believe that
because a lot of times that's what situation.
You can't tell.
They can't call nobody else. They can call their mama because at the end of the day, fighting too. I want you to learn how to fight for yourself. I want you to advocate for yourself.
Thanks, boo.
I want you to fight for yourself. I want you to speak for yourself. I want you to think for yourself. I want you to do all of these things as if I was not here. Because if I'm not here, who's going to do it for you?
No, that's facts. That's facts. And you know what? I was grateful
right now, though. I still want to call my mother right
and
now.
I be wanting to call mine too. And I can't.
You can do all of those things.
With everything that be going on, especially just recently, how many times I wanted to pick up this phone and call my mama? How many times did I just want to pick up this phone and call my baby daddy? I need him just as much as my kids need him. I need him. I leaned on that man for everything.
No, it's like 54
my baby daddy was my backbone through my soul, through and through. Like so.
Wait, no, that me.
And I got to see. Unfortunately, I got to watch my children band together. Because little do people know, my children buried their father. They did that together, including the one behind the wall. They band together. They made every decision together. They did everything that we taught them to do. Everything that we taught them to do. They did. They stood together. And I'm grateful to know that in a situation like this, now y'all done did it. Y'all done unfortunately, y'all done had to sit around that table in that funeral home. And y'all done had to sit around that table and make big decisions that, I hate that y'all had to make. But I sat back and I just signed papers and okay. Because every decision that was made, like you said, I wanted to see what they would do. And they handled that shit like big dogs, as bad as it hurt. And I could see the pain in all three of them. My babies were broken. But they stood up and they handled business like they was taught to do. And they cried behind the scenes as they took care of business. But when it came time to go out front on that front line and make it happen, they did that. And I'm comfortable knowing that, I hate, like I said, they're so young. My babies had to do that once. But I do have the comfort to know that when it's time for them to do it again, they know what to do and they know how to get it done. Yeah. Listen. Mm-hmm. But you never, man. I don't know. Like you could talk about, I want things to go like this, but I don't really feel like it's no real like preparation. You like you said, regulating emotions. I can't tell you. All I can say is, hey, y'all know we don't do that breaking down shit. You deal with your feelings at home. You ain't attention seeking or nothing like that. So when it comes down to it, do what y'all need to do in private. But you stand up when it comes to the outside world. You stand up and take care of your business, and that's just that. Y'all stand together, and that's that.
Okay. See, that is one way to teach them how to live without you, though. is to learn how to lean on each other. That is teaching them how to live on it. Because in the event that you're not here, they have to lean on each other. That is exactly what I'm talking about. They have to band together and figure out life together. That's what you have siblings for. In the event that I'm not here, you must band with your sibling. You must hold each other down.
Yeah.
You must go through all enough battles. Go through that shit together.
Yeah, feel everything y'all gonna feel.
Unfortunately, I don't
Feel it
have that.
together.
Unfortunately, I don't have that. Well, I can't say I don't have that, but my daughter don't have that. My daughter is the
Yeah,
oldest. Her brother is disabled. He probably won't even know
yeah,
what's going on besides the fact that mommy not coming back. What you say?
Can I leave her so I go to the restroom?
yeah. I
The
mean, and
restroom.
that's a hard thing too, Bess. That's a whole different ball game right there.
Yeah,
You know,
like
because
that.
it
It's a
is
lot.
like,
It's a lot of pressure, and I know that I'm hard on my daughter, and I put the press on my daughter, but I put the press on her because at the end of the day, when it boils down to it, basically you all you got. When it come down,
yeah,
everything that's gonna go on for me, it's all you.
yeah, that's real. And she always gonna be, them three turn into five. Them three have always been five. You know what I'm saying? It always been my three and her two. Them three are always been five. But when it's all said and done, I birthed three and she birthed two. And they gonna feel that pain different. Even though they're all gonna feel that pain together. Because it's five, and we've always raised them as we had five children. But that's just like even still, when my baby losing her godfather. You know what I'm saying? That man been a consistent part of her life, her entire life. So I know, that hit her. I ain't gonna say as hard as my kids, but as hard as my kids, because she was raised in that same house. He took care of her and raised her just like these three.
And on top of that, on top
And
of
then when
everything
she go
else,
home, she
it's
got to go home and deal with that at home because Marlon, like she just said, Marlon don't understand. He just know he gone. He don't really understand. Like, dang, my godfather is really not. It's not a thing. Like,
but
sugar mama
then you
don't
got
have
the
her daddy
hurt.
no more. This really
I
not
gotta
like
hurt for me, but then I
that's
gotta hurt. I gotta hurt for my siblings. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurting for my
yeah,
siblings. They just lost their father. I'm hurting, and I
yeah,
have experienced right directly what y'all experienced. I don't. That's the same thing she just told me earlier. I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to handle this. I just said after Jamar, I was done, and boom, here go her sister mother.
yeah. And that's a big part of it too. With Eric being the oldest, she carry a lot of weight. And rest in peace to her sister's mom, because she got, once again, she got to be the oldest and carry that weight. So, but then she gonna always lean on her mama. They go them grown ass kids. That's always gonna be mama's baby. So it's always a full circle moment, no matter what, and there's nothing we could do to even waver from it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna automatically jump to the defense, like something that hurt your kid is gonna hurt you no matter what, because that's just what it is. That's how it go. And we always want to guide them and teach them the right way to handle and how to like you said, we can't tell them how they supposed to feel, but at the same time, you want to kind of control how they deal with things, just so that they understand that it's a way to do it. I know you feel this way, but let me tell you, you can't just be going off the handle. Yeah, that's so true. I swear, Sierra, that's real. Y'all see, she said sometimes we find it hard to accept accountability when we wrong with these kids, and that's facts. That's facts. We blame it on everything else when in reality, no, like y'all said before, sometimes we be fucking these kids up. Cause I know I spoil mine. Yeah. Yeah, and I take full accountability for. I take a lot of. I ain't gonna say full, but I take a lot of accountability for the choices that he made that got him in the situation that he in. Because it was a lot of times when his dad wanted to discipline him for things that he was doing in ways that he was acting, and I used to be like, "Well, he got this going on. I'm making every excuse in the world why you don't need." And it was like, in reality, no, I should have let his father kick his ass because he was dead wrong. And he don't see consequences the way my other kids see consequences. Due to, I always blamed it on, his mental health. Oh, he's sick. He got this going on. No, this nigga bad as fuck. And he know exactly what he doing. And, now I got this grown
look
nigga
at that,
that's
though.
always
Look at
screaming,
the grown you
nah.
taking accountability. Look at the grown you taking accountability.
Yeah, this is the grown me taking accountability. Yes, it is. Saying, I did wrong in that because I should have done better, But here we are. We live, we learn. And now I know. Yeah. And I just try to teach now as a grandmother. I just try to guide my younger children, my grown children in parenthood. Yeah, sis. You know what I'm saying? Like we play as fuck up. Keith said it best. Play as fuck up. We do. Hey sis. But that's part of learning. We were young, first of all.
We set accountability just not in the moment that we fuck up, because in that moment we really be believing that we not fucking up. We really be believing we doing the right thing. But it's like it's not until you're in hindsight that you see you fucked up, and now you gotta own. Well, the real ones, we own that shit. But then I don't say it's too late, but it's kind of like it's after the fact, because we're looking at it in hindsight, or we've gotten a little older, or we've seen some other shit, and now we analyzing the situation like, damn, I should have did this like this, or I should have did like that. Especially with our oldest kids.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm learning now, is to not allow, like, my oldest son, you can't crucify me for being the best mother that I was at 21 years old. And the version that you got, unfortunately, you got a 21-year-old mother. She got you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm raising, my youngest daughter is 9. She got the 43. She got the best version of me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But that's just how that, but you can't crucify me for that, because even at 21, you got the best version of me at 21.
Yeah.
I ain't never been fucked up. I ain't never not provided. I ain't never not hashed it. No, I'm not who I was then, now. But okay, you still got the best version of me at 21. She get the best version of me as a person, because I'm 43 years old now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you don't get to crucify me for that. You have to understand, and you're going to give me the same grace that I've given you in them times where you couldn't, where you have fallen short, or you ain't did what you were supposed to do. And I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, oh damn, maybe I could have, like I just said, with this whole, he's selfish. No, yeah. But a lot of that is because he ain't never had to do shit. Like, it was just kind of like, he was spoiled as fuck. So now his spoiled ass, entitled as fuck, selfish as fuck. And that's my fault. Because I always gave them stuff, where, yeah, all they had to do was make good grades. Mm-hmm. And then when he didn't make good grades, he didn't get shit.
But for real, what else was it? What else was it, honestly?
In your 20s, it's like you growing up with them anyway. We don't know. We still get
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
This was my issue with him. It was like, dude, now as a 22-year-old young man, he don't give a fuck about his birthday, and I hate that for him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I did that because I used that type of stuff. You gotta give yourself some grace, though, Mom. You gotta give yourself. So when I say taking accountability, that's what I'm looking at. Like, those type of things that I feel like I may have contributed to as he's entering this adulthood. You don't. Like, he don't go nowhere. Him and my daughter are so different. She's a traveler like me. Don't go nowhere, and almost like it's because he never did shit for real, because he was always on punishment. But I'm like, I'm only gonna take a portion of that, because nigga, you was on punishment for what you did.
So it's like
constantly doing stuff.
Yeah.
Your behavior, there was
but we're not gonna reward bad behavior. So no, we're not doing that. No.
I won't take all of that, because I didn't get all of And I refused to, and that was one of the things where I had to free myself from feeling guilty and shit. And I had to let him know, I don't know what you think you got going on, or what was you trying to pretend like you got. You have no trauma, nigga. Your whole life, you ain't never went without shit. You always had clothes. You always had. I'm talking about name brand shoes, fresh haircuts. Or you had everything that you could have possibly wanted, except for when you was fucking up.
I mean, and I'm gonna be honest. I still gave my kids those things. Like I still, and that's why I say I accept accountability for my son being where he is right now because I would give in. I would always be like, well, he's sickly. He got this going on. He got that. But I stood on it when it came to my other kids. But when it came to time to punish him, I always felt a way about something that he had going on. And I would always be like, oh, well, I ain't going to leave him out because, yeah, like I always just felt bad. And it was like, okay, well, you know, this time I'm going to pull him to the side and talk to him. Yeah, and I did. And then it would be like, oh, I'm gonna pull him to the side and I'm gonna talk to him. It's like he don't give a fuck about none of that you saying, girl. He is not thinking about nothing you got going on, and now he just do what the fuck ever. And the world is not going to that too. Yeah, and now he falling into that, and then society was not kind to my little baby. You know what I'm saying? Society was not kind to my baby. So it became
accustomed to knowing that his mama was gonna save him, and then when she couldn't save him, it was a hard reality. But it happened so fast. It was just like, damn.
Yeah.
The one thing that you ain't want him to have to be saved from, and it just so happened that was the one thing that showed him that you can't save him from.
Because I used to tell him all the time, son, you gonna do something one day that I cannot save you from. I ain't gonna be able to fix it, Jay. You gotta stop. You're going to do something that I ain't going to be able to fix. And
they don't be able to understand that, though, until that happens. Because they see Superman. They don't see Clark Kent.
Like, for real, you know? It be crazy because then now, you know, as an adult, then you come up with these firewalls, right? Where you be trying to fix it and you be still trying to come through with the cape on, but then it be like, boom, oh no, this is an adult, sweetheart. We ain't got to talk to you. We ain't got, you can't. And it be like, my hands is tied. I gave you my best, baby, but I told you. And these are the things that I was trying to explain to you. This is what I was trying to prevent. But you grown now. And I can't tell you nothing. And I can't tell you what to do. I can't keep you in the house when I say don't go outside or you can't do X, Y, Z. I can't tell you what you can and can't do because you're a grown man according to the law. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at that part. Okay, so then let's talk about the other window. Because we talk about who's standing still, who's standing tall. But what about when they go and they do all the right shit and then people want to try to pop in and pop up, talk about what they did to contribute and where they came from? No, babe, don't come holler at us on draft day. Where was you at when we were shooting in the gym? Because I got a strong feeling, and this ain't no shade towards nobody, but I know that when my son come home, I know it in my bones, my baby gonna do a hell of a 360, and he gonna make some real shit happen. And I just know that these calendars that done went away, that ain't nobody waved at my son, see what's up with my son. Keep that same energy. Don't show up on draft day. Don't come trying to.
That's how I feel, and I'm going through that literally right now. I have my daughter just graduated. Just walked stage last week. It was so crazy because her father ain't never even when I was with him, he was there because they ain't been even there since I didn't they come smiling and grinning into some shit that you had absolutely nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you did your thing, girl.
I done been there.
I she had her invite him to her graduation, because I felt like even though he didn't contribute financially to, like, that prom was personal. You contribute nothing to her going to prom. Prom is something she didn't have to do, you know. But graduation, I feel like your absence also contributed to her graduation.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see that. I want you to see her walk the stage in spite of you never being there for her, in spite of all of the things that she had to endure as a cause of you not being there, as a result of you not being there, as a result of having to just dig deep and really still keep going. And it was just like, I didn't have to say anything. I invited him. He showed up looking dumb as hell, though. You can see it. Like, I don't have to do anything. I ain't never been one to bad talk, you know, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do none of that shit. Your absence is enough in itself. You don't have to turn her against you. You go do that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, everybody, but I do feel a way about everybody who didn't show up. So for me, it's kind of like, fuck y'all. We cool on y'all. We couldn't, and you know my cutoff game super official. So I'm cutting anybody off who didn't play a part. Like, you ain't show up, you ain't congratulate, you done. You're done.
My daughter was the complete opposite.
Yeah. What you say, Beth? You gotta talk a little louder.
My daughter was the complete opposite. She invited her biological father to the graduation, but told him he needed to buy his own ticket because the person that raised her, the person that took care of her, had a ticket, and he didn't show.
Right.
She cut him off a long time ago because it's one of them things. I felt the way, and I felt the way because y'all talk so much shit about my baby, because she had a 15-year-old mother. I was 15, and my baby still walked the stage on time with no kids. With no fucking kids.
And did. And walked early. Don't leave that part out.
And walked early. And did.
Did. Them 2019 babies did they thing.
They did.
Yeah, they did. That class of 2019 did their thing. I'm just saying.
And look at Mari.
Yeah.
Look at Mari. You know what I'm saying?
You did that despite
everything,
despite the fact that
despite everything that my baby went through.
Girl, she doing something with herself. That's too much.
Yeah, it is. It's too much like right. It's too much like right. Because I say it all the time. You know, listen, I was the first one. I got counted out, baby. As a 15-year-old mother, oh, baby, I got counted out. Coming from this Christian background that I come from, oh, baby, I got counted out. But, when I tell you it felt so good telling them to recount, because my son, not only did he do it, he walked across the exact same stage. No kids.
Yeah.
I got a grandson after he was a full-grown man living on his own and had been on his own for a couple years is when I became a grandmother. My son walked across that stage, the same stage. I'm going to keep reiterating that.
The same stage that you walked him across. The same stage you walked him across.
The same one that he watched me walk across. And I waved to my baby when I got up there and threw my baby them deuces. He came across that same one and did it back to his mama. 16 years later. So me and my son ate that up, and I'm gonna always tell everybody I was glad to say, hey, your math off, baby, recount. You counted us out. I need everybody to recount. And it was people that came in the audience with tickets. Y'all can recount too, because I remember y'all comments too. I ain't mad. I ain't forgot nothing. I forgive, but I don't forget. You know, this Virgo brain like an elephant, baby. I don't forget nothing that make me feel a type of way. Nothing. I forgive and I move forward, but I don't forget. But it gave me my greatest joy was looking at y'all faces when it's time to recount. And he's not a felon, and he's free to travel, you know. So yeah.
That's for real.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be looking at like right now. But I got 2 high school graduates, no fellas. Yeah, my son got kids, but guess what? He take care of his kids better than he take care of himself. So with that being said,
hey, that's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for as a parent. That's all you can ask for. It's to raise your kids so I don't have to. Please take care of your child so I don't have to. Take care of your kids so I don't have to. Please and thank you. Now, baby, that's one thing that it's gonna do. It's gonna humble you, baby. I say all the time, I done lived in the heart of the hood, the ghetto of the ghettoist. But baby, parenthood is the most ghetto hood I've ever stepped foot in. Do you understand me? Every time I go out of town, I go to the hood. I find the hood. I like the hood. Take me to the hood. But baby, when I tell you I ain't seen one more ghetto than parenthood, this shit is the slums. Do you hear me? I'm so glad I'm done with that shit. And don't it feel good to be able to say that, Mike? Go tell your mom. Listen, I do this. I do this because I want to. Because I feel like it today. This is what I feel like doing today. I finally get to say what I feel like. Yeah, I finally get to say what I feel like.
Let me ask for you. Don't call me asking me to babysit. I don't do no babysit.
Well, I ain't gonna fake. I get my grandson any and every time, all the time, because I don't really like. What you about to do? What your answer is? No. If I got to choose between you going out and me going out, guess who's going out? Well, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. The one that ain't got no baby is the one that's going outside. You're going to work or some shit like that, because baby, outside of the answer is new. Just me like, your grandbaby miss you. I said, now how you know that? Because he woke up talk about honey, where honey? Shut your ass up. See, Sister Sierra, not you be ducking him. About going to be lying, he wake up calling your that boy. Shut up. He might have just been asking for some honey, nigga. Some honey. He said, yeah, you. I said, nah. So, tell him to call me. Tell him to FaceTime. No, for real. If he say it on the phone, then. If he FaceTime and say it, then I'm on my way to pick him up. Hey, but you know what? I feel like I'm at the best place now. Like, I'm so happy that I don't have like kids in school today because, whoo, baby, it's a mess. It's a mess. I thought it was rough. I couldn't wait to get them kids. You know, at first I went through these phases where I can't wait till y'all grown. I can't wait till y'all grown. First of all, that was the dumbest thing I ever said because, no, for real, because when my kids got grown, baby, my knees hit the pavement. Do you understand? Baby, I done prayed more now that they grown than I have ever prayed in my entire existence. You pray harder than you could ever think you gonna pray. Yeah, it get harder. It get worse where I thought it was going to be easy. I used to scream that at them all day. I can't wait till y'all grown. No. Them being grown is like absolutely, it's man. Baby, if you ain't got no faith in God, baby, your kids being grown going to take you back to your birth weight. You're going to be so stressed out, 6 pounds, 2 ounces around this bitch. I don't have time for that. You got to give back to God, and I constantly have to remind myself that, you know, these are not my children. God gave me these kids to borrow. He loaned them to me, and I have to constantly remind myself that because, Especially like now over these last couple days, things have taken such a turn with these adult grown ass kids that it has shifted my whole world, my whole mood, like everything that be going on with them. It really can shift your whole day, your whole mood, your whole everything. And it just be like, it was not this hard when they was little. I could control the environment. I can control who they be around. I can control, where they go, who they talking to, what they seeing, the things that they listening to. Now they just exposed to this big, cruel, cold, hard world, and you don't got no say so in nothing. And it just be like, damn, all you can do is really pray and trust God. Like,
yes, constantly I have to pray and pray and pray and pray.
Listen, cause man, Lord, please watch my babies. Like you say that, I feel like that's the saying that He hear more than anything in the world is, Lord, watch over my babies. Like, and I understand now what my grandmother used to say, girl, you wearing my knees out. I used to be like, girl, I ain't did nothing to you or your knees. I ain't got nothing to do with you and your knees. Exactly.
But you know what they say that all the time. It always takes a praying mother to get you through some things that you never even knew, and you be wondering how you made it out of some stuff. And that praying mama you got, that praying grandmama you got.
For real.
That's definitely how I made it out some shit, depression and shit. Yeah. My grandma prayed me right through all of that.
Hun, listen.
I knew it was her.
Listen. My grandmother and my mother, like, that's one thing they taught me was to pray. They taught me how to pray. They taught me to lean on God. Like, because, honey, and you always gonna get one. They ain't always gonna be perfect. I ain't tripping. I ain't gonna say none of my kids is bad, but I will say, some take you through more than others. Some are a little more challenging. And nothing but my faith in God and prayer has gotten me through this. Even, like I said, even over these last couple of days, the way that things have made a turn, like it's like we can't catch a break. Lord, please, like we still losing family members. I thought after I looked and buried my baby daddy, I ain't planning on looking in another box for quite a while. And unfortunately, here we go again. I done lost somebody else that's very near and dear, and ain't nothing I could do but go once again. Find a way, dig deep, and find a way to go stand tall and do what I got to do, because you got to pray the hardest when it's hardest to pray. And it just be like, man, listen.
Yeah.
Them grown-ass kids gonna take you. But, y'all, don't pull up on us on draft day. If you ain't been riding, we'll holler at you. No, but I thank y'all for participating. We're gonna wrap this on up. We've been talking for an hour, y'all. It get deep, and for real, because as praying mothers, and we standing through this, we all was young mothers. We all got these grown ass kids that stress us the fuck out, that we gotta loan them to baby. All you can do is loan them, but give them back to God. Pray them back to God. That's it. They are ours to borrow, because, honey, if you don't, I'm telling you, they'll take you back to your birth weight. My son liked to stress my hair off my head at one time, like literally. So I thank y'all. Everybody that tuned in, thank y'all for your comments. If you heard something here you like, go ahead and repeat it. Tell them SunShyne said it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tap in. I love y'all. Bye.